Hello internet, Shreyas Bharadwaj, top1%.fit, and in today's video I'm going to give you a sneak peek into my gym bag so that you can take a look at what accessories I take to the gym, or even if I'm training at home, these are the accessories that I use. This might give you an idea of what might be worth purchasing. And yeah, this is not going to include all the gym equipments and the whole setup. It's just the accessories. I'll make an entirely different video to talk about my home workout setup, all the equipments I have and all of that. So let's dive right into this video. Here's my gym bag. Also make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you get all the quality content on time. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. So the very first item is a thin resistance band. There's also two other resistance bands I have of different resistances. The thicker the band gets, the more resistance it offers. These come extremely handy because resistance bands allow you to train, it allows you to work on your mobility, and it can sort of replace not having enough weights. Like you don't have a cable or pulley system, you can do a lot of those exercises using a resistance band. So yeah, this is definitely one of the first equipments I would advise anybody that get. And here's another resistance band. This is actually a resistance tube. It is the one with handles, so you can hold it and do a lot of different exercise variations with this. Yeah. Oh, and now these are wrist grips. So basically when you're doing any sort of a pull movement, such as a lat pull down, a pull up, a deadlift, your forearm, it starts to fatigue out when you're lifting pretty heavy, and this can come in handy when you're using something like that. So this is made of silicone and it makes for very good solid grip. It feels very comfortable. Also it has no pain no gain written right over it, so that's kind of motivating. And next up we have a wrist support. That was the wrist grip and this is the wrist support. The difference is that would be used for pull movements and this would be used for push movements. For example, let's say you're doing bench press or overhead press with barbells with heavy weights, right? Your wrist, it might need some support. It's not mandatory, but sure, when you're lifting heavy, this can give that extra compression to make it feel more comfortable. This is one of the accessories I've been using for a very long time, and yeah, I'd recommend you get this too. Next up is a very interesting equipment. These are called fat grips. So what you do is you wrap these right across a dumbbell or a barbell so that the grip becomes more thick. When the grip is more thick, it naturally engages your forearm muscles more. So if you are somebody that wants to improve your grip strength, that wants to grow your forearms, then getting fat grips is definitely one of the best things you could possibly do for it. And it's dirt cheap, so yeah. And next I've got jump rope. I think it's a good way to warm up and also to do some quick cardio. Let's say you're traveling somewhere, you don't have access to cardio equipments. This is pretty good. One of my favorite forms of cardio. Next up, I have some good old gloves. Just put this on and lift. I have a lot of calluses from lifting heavy, but yeah, if you don't want that, you can use this. Some people think it's sort of a pussy move to wear gloves. Be a man and get those calluses. But if you want to take care of your skin and also get strong at the same time, not a bad idea. Now this is called a Voodoo floss band. So what you do is you wrap this around your elbow, ankle, wrist or knees to basically provide strong compression to take the pressure and stress off that joint. This can be used for mobility, for recovery. If you have any of those joints causing pain, this works pretty well. Yeah, don't put it across your throat. You don't want to die. Disclaimer. Just saying. Next is a soft ball. So this again helps you do some mobility across some soft tissues. Mobility is pretty important, especially as you get more and more advanced. You're putting a lot of strain on your body and you're getting beat up from time to time again. So it becomes important for longevity to take care of yourself, and soft tissue work, mobility, important, so softball definitely helps with that. We saw the softball. Now let's use something hard, something more precise, something that can offer more pressure. This is a simple hard tennis ball. It's harder than the regular tennis ball. It's quite hard, but yeah, it does the job. You can also use a lacrosse ball or anything that is hard. It works pretty well to give that extra pressure. And now we've got a double-ended lacrosse ball. This is particularly helpful to mobilize your erector spinae muscles, the muscles along your spine, and anywhere where you'd need to offer pressure in a dual way, if that makes any sense. So this is something that I like to use for that. Oh, and this is not something I'd carry to the gym because most gyms already have this. This is a foam roller. I'm using the one with spikes because I have a higher pain tolerance, and this just feels better. If you're a beginner, you can use the straight foam roller, the one without any spikes. You can use this to massage your soft tissue, your muscles, right along the direction of the muscle fibers, so that you can relieve the lactic acid buildup, and the pain usually gets better. So if you're sore and you want to recover a little bit faster, you can use this. But using this while you're sore, it can be quite painful, especially if you're a beginner. Also, you can use this before you work out to improve your range of motion, your mobility. Again, mobility becomes as important as strength training itself in the long term. So that's not something you should be ignoring. There are a couple other items that I use, but I don't necessarily carry this to the gym. This is just accessories that helps you, that assists you with your training, with your recovery. So the first thing I want to talk about is an ab rollout equipment. This is, in my opinion, the best way to train your abs. And yeah, everybody eventually needs to learn how to do this exercise properly if you want to learn how to brace and develop a bulletproof solid core. And this next equipment is quite interesting. It's not something you might have heard of before, but here it is. This is called a neuromuscular electrical stimulator. So what this does is, it makes your muscle fibers to contract and relax involuntarily. For example, I'm forcing my biceps to contract and relax by doing the work myself. However, if you put this thing on, it forces it to contract and relax by itself. So why this is useful is, after a hard workout, let's say you get sore and you're having trouble to recover from it, or you're injured, you have some sort of a muscle spasm and you want to recover from it, you can just put this onto the area that you want to target, and it basically increases the blood flow in that region, forcing it to recover faster. So this is one of my best methods. Earlier I used to just place ice on the affected region, but later I realized ice only blunts the pain and it slows down the process of recovery, so it doesn't really work as well as something like this. It's not really expensive, it's a worthy investment, so you can definitely go for something like this. So that's it guys, these are the equipments, the accessories that I use when I go to the gym, when I'm training at home. I did go a little bit outside my gym bag, but I hope that helps. These are all the accessories that I use, and hopefully you can learn something from this video. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, comment down below what other content you want me to cover in the future, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, and share this video to all your friends who like to go to the gym. And until next time, take care, stay hungry.